Hello everyone, my name is Larseth, and welcome back to Europa Universalis IV, and Luck of the Irish, a campaign where, unsurprisingly, we're playing as Ireland, and trying to take over the British Isles. Now, unfortunately, let's turn the speed down a bit. Unfortunately, in our game, England aren't as weak as I would quite like them to be. So that's going to make it take a little bit longer than I had anticipated. However, that shouldn't be a problem, because at the moment we are... Oh, I no longer lost our claim. Because at the moment we are more going for a colonisation game, actually, which should be quite interesting. And there we go, right in Bermuda, which is our colony, which we... Oh, it's almost done anyway, so this will finish it off, more or less. Will mean, so this colony should be done. Because what I'm going to go for, actually, I decided, is I'm going to go and try and finish off... So here's the thing. Colony up here would be great, and it might stop, you know, the US, what am I about? England from colonising and creating Canada, which I still think we will do before them. However, the downside is that these colonies, because they have like mild winters and severe winters, and they're arid or whatever, or Arctic rather, not arid, because of that, it'll take an absolute age to get those colonies running. Whereas, if we finish off these colonies down here, and actually get a colonial region finished, then we will have a... There we go, just make sure I'm in the right region. Then we'll have our own little colony, who will then go forth and do more colonization on their own, which is obviously good. So we will focus on finishing off our colonies here and making sure we have the 5 required to form a colonial nation. Secrets in our alliance. Yeah, and see, I don't want to annoy France. Oh yeah, of course, I forget. Because although we're allied to England, we are also allied to France. Which is brilliant, because it means... I got to improve relations with England some more. Because it means we've got an ally, essentially, no matter what happens. Although, possibly for not much longer. Is France in this war? They are. A war with Baden, or Baden, and Milan. Okay, that's fine. Who are France allied with? Portugal and Florence. Oh no, because that's a separate war. Never mind. Burgundian conquest of Franche-Comté against Savoy. Okay. So this could end up being a game in which Burgundy is quite strong, because they inherited Brittany. Right, global settler increase. That is brilliant, because that'll speed up, obviously, our colonization. Unfortunately, because these ones are a fair distance from our homeland, it takes quite a while to actually to get there, for our colonists to get there. Ooh, lots of truces have expired. So, I mean, ideally, I'd still like to get Orkney and Shetland Islands and the Faroe Islands, but at the moment, I can't see that happening. So what Portugal looking like? No, there's no way they're going to ally us, I don't think. So we'll recall them and send our guy back over to Denmark to build a spy network so we can get these cores back. Because who knows, it may be that Sweden eventually decide to try and, you know, become independent again. Although Denmark have got quite powerful allies, well, rather one, and Poland is doing relatively well in this campaign. So, I mean, they're sort of up against it. But, I mean, these islands aren't, you know, hugely valuable. I mean, you've got 4 development, 3 development, and another 4 development. So, I can certainly live without them. Where are we at with technology? So we're miles ahead on military tech. We are focusing on admin tech because we wanted to catch up on... What did we want to catch up on? I think we wanted to catch up on... probably get our exploration ideas done and dusted. Right, so our great advisor's died. Let's replace him. What are we going to finish him with? Spy network construction or trade efficiency? So trade, we don't make a lot of money from. Having said that, you know, every little helps, so I might just go for trade efficiency. Because the fact we're losing ducats means no matter, you know, whatever we could do to get slightly more is a good thing. I could build another ship if I wanted to. Oh, of course. I've got my cogs sat there, which are mothballed. As you probably can tell, this is a new recording episode for me. I think with this campaign, I'm going to record them in sort of blocks of 3, because what I did with the previous campaign is I would sort of, you know, complete maybe 10 episodes and then sort of get all those rendered and uploaded and scheduled in advance. The problem with that is, I mean, it's great from a... I don't really care about Norway's opinion of me. Which is great from the perspective of, you know, it's all nicely planned out, you know, when, you know, in the future. So, you know, hypothetically, you know, if I were to fall ill or whatever, then episodes would still come out. However, what it did mean is that I was quite often, you know, somebody would, I remember in the last one, there was a comment that somebody made saying that I had missed a claim throne opportunity. So, which they were right. I did miss a claim throne opportunity. But the problem is it's not like that. They said it, and then I could go back and check, and you know I still might be able to claim it. Like by the time they said it, I was like, yeah, but you know, I'm already like like a few hours of play ahead of that, so that's not going to exist anymore. So that was a bit annoying. So I think this one I'm going to record in maybe blocks of 2 or 3, something like that. So after that, long rant, support independence from Sweden. I don't think I want to. You know, I don't really want to bother getting into that again. At least not for a while. I think at some point we'll probably... Oh dear. Yes, no, I lose 40 ducats and... Yep, definitely. Naval force limit modifier. Yes, definitely. Because that'll give us permanent casus belli against primitives. Build a great palace. I need the legitimacy, really, so I should do. And the prestige. I mean, this is going to be quite, you know, bad in terms of we're probably going to lose quite a lot of money. And honourable people. Yay. See, we're rolling in prestige now. That's good. Plus 20 prestige. It'd be nice if we got another... Well, I mean, the colonized missions, we've got one, but that's for, if I remember correctly, this province. Yeah, Placentia. So, unfortunately, it's not somewhere that I really want to have a that I want to colonize yet. Hopefully. How much money are we hemorrhaging? 4 ducats a month. Tell you what, I'm going to get rid of these cogs. And maybe spend this last remaining money. Is it worth it? I don't know. Building barks. Because how much money could I realistically hope to get? I'm currently earning 20%. Sorry. I earn 193 there. Most of which is provided by... Oh no, I'm there. Yeah, most of which is provided by my lightships. Although, they're only just about equivalent to my provincial trade power. I'm just wondering whether it's worth sitting back and just, rather than taking loan, like spending this money, buying the ships, and then have them only give me like a few extra ducats, rather than, you know, like, well, it won't even be a few extra ducats, it'll probably be like 0.5. See, we want more stuff like this. Gain population of Chesapeake. Fabulous. I mean, ideally, we want to, you know, get more money in through trade and taxation. But we don't have the money in order. You got to spend money to make money, and we don't have that. So at the moment, we're just spending through our savings, essentially, hoping that these colonies will be done. Well, some of them will be done soon. Chesapeake will probably be done before we run out of money. What else is happening in the world? We'll send a diplomat to improve relations with France again. So, Burgundy beat Austria, which is probably not that surprising, given that... Oh, whoops, wrong one. Who's the emperor? It is Poland, which is pretty impressive. That is Poland, wasn't it? Oh no, that's Curia. What am I doing? Yeah, no, Bohemia. Sorry, wrong flag. What am I going to spend this on? I think I want to... How much inflation? I'm pretty sure I had a load of inflation, didn't I? 9.65. So I'm actually going to spend my papal influence to... It's tough. Oh, an advisor has died. Dearie me. Oh, there we go. Yearly inflation reduction. So I'll do that, and then I'll take that just so I can... Basically, I want to get my inflation down as much as possible. Not because, you know, I really need it now, but just in the future. In the future. I suppose I could have spent... Oh dear, almost ran out of money. We're just going to be surviving on loans then for a while. I suppose I completely forgot what I was going to say. Never mind. Couldn't have been that important. So these colonies are really taking their sweet time at the moment. Chesapeake, though, should make me a decent amount of money once it's finished. But for the moment, we're just going to be losing money. And we're doing really well on military tech. We are probably... Well, I mean, we're certainly ahead of time by quite a long way. Padero. Radical reforms. 5 mercantilism. Leave 2 admin. So who would I be more happy to get rid of? Probably... Tough, tough, tough. So... I'm just trying to think how sort of... what's going to benefit me more. Getting rid of them and losing their bonuses, because that is a lot of, you know, admin power. Because essentially all that's costing me is money. That's essentially a trade of money for monarch points, is what that is. But then at the moment, I don't actually have a lot of money. How much do advisors cost? What's the going rate? About 20 ducats for a one cost advisor. Or I could mercantilism stability. I might actually go. I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to do mercantilism for stability. Because I want to see how much extra money that gives us. Probably next to nothing. Right. Clergy. Establish... what do I want you to do? Burgers. New World Charter. I want that. I have to stop the smugglers. Okay. So I'm gonna ask them... I'm gonna... Yeah, grant monopoly charters. That'll give increased trade efficiency, and then I suppose... Establish new world missions... Yeah, I'm going to go for establish new world missions. Because what that'll give me is increased naval assimilation, which will hopefully, I mean, I think they're random events more or less, but it'll help me at least get these colonies done when they does actually happen. How many loans do I have? Only one. It's not too bad, actually. Not too bad at all. Once this most recent colony is finished, I can, yeah, once this most recent colony is finished, I'll pull back my, one of my colonists and let them sit there for a while and maybe get a bit more money back. Okay, I suppose we could get some money there, but it would annoy the clergy. They're all 48.61. No, I think I'm gonna not pee them off. Last thing I want now is problems with the estates. I can now invest in another idea. I don't think it'll be one that's terribly useful. Recruitment time. Would I be better off waiting for that? Probably not. I suppose now that... Oh, yay. Roanoke, 100 population. I suppose what I could do is before I actually get... So before I actually get these and turn them into a colonial area, what I could do is build some troops over here once these actually turn into cities or regions, provinces. That's the one, provinces. What I could do is turn them into once they turn into provinces, build some troops there, and then change my native... Where is it? My native policy... to native trading policy, because uprising chance is reduced by 50%, so there's still uprise and there's more chance I'll assimilate natives, which is good, I think. How much money am I losing now? 1 point... No, Yeah, 1.94, so I think it's pretty much halved, hasn't it? The amount of money I'm losing. So once Roanoke's finished, I'll... Ooh, we've learned about Shirvan. Fabulous. Just what we wanted. That'll help us out immensely. Yeah, so in the next episode, I think, when Roanoke finishes, we will sit back for a while and maybe get a little bit of money before we go on to do our 2 final colonies, because otherwise we're going to end up being in a fair amount of debt, which we don't really want to be. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, so the inflation's also pushing up the cost of my advisors quite a lot. So it would be nice to get rid of that, but I can't really... because it's admin power, isn't it? Yeah, sort of need admin power, unfortunately. But yeah, okay, in the next episode... I'll pause it. In the next episode, we'll try and get a bit more money back before we go on our next colonial jaunt. So I'm just trying to think where I'll go for. Probably 2 one at either end, or both of these, I don't know. I suppose I could go, work the way towards to Delaware, because that's obviously a 10 development province. Okay, well, we'll do that in the next episode. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and I will speak to you next time. Take care.